Good evening, Arsenal fans. It's JR, the front room gunner. Welcome back, welcome back. Right, today I thought I'd look at all the loans and transfers that took place in January. I just wanted to take a closer look at them. I just wanted to understand if Arteta had made the right decisions, himself and Edu. There were 17 loans that took place in January. We're not going to look through all of them because there's way too many to look through. Three key people also left as well. I'm going to start off with the people that left. So we're going to look at Ozil. Obviously, the Ozil saga went on for way too long. I'm not going to lie, I was one of those that kind of felt that I wanted him to, when we had the situation where we had no creativity, we didn't look like we were going to score a goal. We had him sitting on the bench. I was thinking, do you know what, when he can come back in January, so he wasn't even on the bench, he wasn't even in the team, but when he could come back in January, at least play him, because I didn't see any other options that were going to create a goal. But since then, we've obviously got Ødegaard, we've got Emil Smith-Rowe, who's performing at the moment, doing great. And you know what, we've kind of forgot about Ozil, if I'm honest with you. Obviously, he's moved to Fenerbahce. It's been a bit of a weird one. So Fenerbahce, before Ozil came, they were top of the league, I believe. I think they were in the Turkish Cup as well. Since he's come, out of the 5 games, I think they've lost 3 of them. They're out of the cup as well. He's got no goals. He's got no assists. So it hasn't been a great start, and it kind of justifies what Arteta was doing. I thought it's political in the fact that he wasn't playing. But obviously it was due to performance as well. Obviously he wasn't up for it. I mean, he's 32 now. Emery didn't let him play either. So there's clearly something not right with Ozil as well, in terms of his ability, in terms of what he's got left. I don't know right now. That could be down to the fact that he's been out for a long while, to be fair. So it's probably too early to say that, you know, Ozil's finished. But right now he's not performing. And if he'd come into the Premiership, which is arguably a stronger league, he probably would have not performed then as well. He probably would have took his time. So it's good that Arteta's given the young guns a run. Ødegaard, for me personally, I think he's come in and he's made a success of himself so far. I think he's hit the ground running. It's a difficult, you know, he came in at a difficult time with a lot to prove, and I think he's slowly warming himself into the team, and I think he's doing a good job of it. So yeah, good on him. If we look at one of the other losses that we lost in the January window, I think it was Mustafi and Kolasinac. I can't even say his name. Kolasinac. Sorry. They both went to Schalke. Yeah, to be quite honest, Dave just had an absolute nightmare. To be fair, right now, I can only compare them to the Chuckle Brothers. The other day, I think it was a 5-1 defeat they had to Stuttgart. Looked like a poor performance from the whole Schalke team, if I'm honest. I mean, it got the manager sacked after that 5-1 defeat. They're bottom of the league. Kolasinac, he did score a goal, to be fair, to him. But, you know, defensively, which is what they're paid to do, they were poor. So it kind of justifies what Arteta's done there again in getting rid of them. I kind of, to be fair, with Mustafi, I think he overstayed for, you know, I don't think he was even worth the money in the first place, if I'm honest with you. He should have gone from long time. So it's good to see him out. I don't think he's performed for Schalke, but I didn't expect anything more, or, you know, anything less from him, to be quite honest. He's been poor for a number of seasons. I was actually shocked that anyone actually bought him, if I'm honest with you. No disrespect, but he's not a quality player. But on the other, you know, on the flip side, they were playing Stuttgart. Is another difficult name. Mavropanos, the Greek defender, young defender. For me personally, this guy is he's shown signs of being a good player. The problem I've got with this guy, obviously he's on the winning side the other day. They won 5-1. The problem I've got with him, though, is the fact that he's always injured. He's so injury prone. Like, you know, he looks like a good player. He looks like he can play out from the back, which is what we need. But for whatever reason, the guy always gets injured. I remember a couple of seasons ago, he was having a good run, to be fair. And then the guy got injured, and he was just in and out of getting injured. Even for Stuttgart this season, you know, up to November, I believe he was injured. He had to warm himself back into the team. And I think it was around January the 23rd, he got back into the team. But since then, to be fair, he's had a run of 6 matches and he's done well, to be fair. He's one of the top performing defenders in the Bundesliga with a 74% successful tackle rate. So the guy's doing well. I hope he performs. If I'm honest with you, I can't see him coming back to the Arsenal team, if I'm honest with you. I just kind of feel as soon as the guy comes back, he's going to get injured and it's going to be deja vu again. So personally, I wouldn't bring him back to the fold again. I would look to sell him on. I think Stuttgart would buy him. The guy is performing. He's in their first team. So I kind of feel that it'll be a good purchase for them. And he is a good player, to be fair to the guy. But I also think, Arteta's strengthened in that position. We've got Gabriel there now, I think he's last 2 matches hasn't been that great, but before that, he's one of our players of the season. Before I think he got COVID, he's one of our players of the season so far. Pablo Mari, being a quality player, he looks so calm on the ball. I've been really impressed with him, actually. I think he's been very consistent. He gets injured a bit too much for me, but definitely a great squad addition. And I kind of feel these players are ahead. So I don't think we actually need him, if I'm honest with you. We've got Holding, we've got David Luiz as well. Let's make some money, I think one of the good things about this January transfer window is that we got rid of a lot of the dead wood, so to speak. But I think we lost a lot of money, players like Mustafi, we bought him for like 30-something million. He went on a free transfer, so it was poor in that sense financially. So let's make a bit of money. The guy's young, sell him on, Another player in the German league is Mateo Gunduzi. Again, this guy, for me, I think he's got all the talent in the world. I think he possesses a lot of talent to become a top player. I think the problem with Mateo Gunduzi is his attitude. I think that was shown, obviously, the Brighton match with what he said. He's obviously gone out on loan after that. I didn't like the fact that he didn't, cheer on the team or say anything after we won the FA Cup, to be fair. I thought he could have said something. He was still part of the team then. I thought he was a bit of a baby. He's gone out on loan. He's done decent. He's playing in a team that are struggling. I believe they're about 15th in the league. There's 18 teams in the league, so they're not doing too great. He's played about 14 games. I think 10 of them he started on the bench, and he scored 2 goals. He's a player that I would like to see come back to Arsenal. I think he's still got more to show. I think the issue with him is his attitude. That's got to change. And I think hopefully through going to Germany, playing with a new set of players, hopefully he will show a bit of growth when he comes back to Arsenal. I know there was rumours the other day of him arguing with his teammates after the 3-0 defeat to Hoffenheim. But do you know what? I kind of feel that you don't want to take out some of his because he's a winner, He's a young player and he's a winner and he plays with passion. And you don't want to take that all out of him. But at the same time, he's got to have respect as well. And he needs to understand his position in the squad. And I think he was getting too big for his boots as well. So he needed that time to just settle down, to simmer, to go out on loan and, just learn his trade elsewhere and maybe come back as a man. I think he went out there as a kid, to be quite honest. Another player who's being loaned out is Saliba. Now, Saliba, we signed for 27 million. It was a player that all Arsenal fans were looking forward to playing for us. We had to wait, of course. And it hasn't really worked out. There's been rumours, obviously, of family issues that have gone on in the background, with, I think, losing his mum. Obviously, that would affect anyone, to be quite honest. Also, as well, the French league at the time was cut short due to COVID. So it's been a stop-start kind of situation for Saliba, if I'm honest with you. But, he's gone out on loan to Nice. Again, he seems to be a ball-playing defender. He was man of the match. He's only been since January. He was man of the match for the month of January, which is really positive. I think in the 10 games he's played, no one has actually got past him and scored a goal. Although there was a poor, I can't remember the team, it was Rennes, I think, the other day. He played it out to the striker, and the striker's gone and scored a goal. So there's still a lot of growth for Saliba there, but I think he can make it, and I hope he does make it. I like the way he plays football. I like the way he's a ball playing defender. He possesses a lot of talent. I just think we still got to remember he's only 19. And I think we've got to give him time. And I think it's not his fault. The £27 million tag that he came with has kind of affected him. We expect something instantly, but we forget that he's only 19. So we got to give him time. And I think if we give him time, he'll become a top player. There's two main, obviously there was other loans as well, but the two other main loans that I wanted to talk about was Nathan Lyles. He's gone to West Brom. I think he's played up 4 matches. He recorded his first win against Brighton the other day in a 1-0 victory. What I like about Maitland is that he's getting in good positions. I think he's done them. I think there was a stat that showed he's done the most dribbles for West Brom, but also he's been dispossessed the most. That was the last match that he played against Brighton. So it's a touch and go thing. What I do like is that he's getting to play in his favourite position. He's been very vocal in the fact that he wants to play in the midfield. Sam Allardyce is giving him that opportunity, and he's showing what he can do. And this is just before the Euros, So long may it continue. I hope he gets the opportunity. I'm glad. Listen, what I'm glad for with these players is that the fact that they're getting to play some football. I think a lot of these players were on the fringe of the first team squad, and I think they're doing really well, to be quite honest. So long may it continue for Maitland. The last one is Joe Wilcock. Wilcock. What am I doing there? No, I had Walcott in my head. So Joe Willock. Sorry. I think he's got 90 minutes under his belt again, which was positive. I think that was really good. He had a 90% pass rate completion pass rate, which is positive. I like the fact that he's playing again, to be quite honest. He's getting touches of the ball. He's showing up in good positions, and I'm liking the fact that he's playing for the first team. I haven't really seen enough of him to really. With Joe, it's a difficult one. I like his enthusiasm, if I'm honest with you, but I need to see a bit more from him. To say that he's worth being in the Arsenal squad. But he's getting games right now, and that's what he needed. So let's hope he can shine there and show what he's made of. I think one player that really needs to go on loan, or potentially may have to go, if I'm honest with you, is Eddie. I think I love the enthusiasm from Eddie, but if I'm honest with you, I don't see the end product with Eddie, if I'm honest with you. I kind of feel that he runs about a lot, but there's nothing else there. And I kind of need more from him, if I'm honest with you. And I kind of feel that age he's at now, we can make a bit of money. Like I said before, like we've got rid of a lot of the dead wood, but we've lost a lot of money in those situations. And I think someone like Eddie, he's gonna look at what Brewster went for, 20-something million. Brewster ain't done nothing in the Premiership, to be going for that type of price. So Eddie's done a lot more. So if Liverpool can get that type of money for Brewster, then we definitely can get the money for Eddie. So I think maybe sell him on and let him get a bit of first team. He can be a Premiership player, maybe Championship. But he's one player I would probably like to see it go at the end of the season, or maybe go out on loan, because I don't think he's ready for Arsenal first team right now. But do you know what? To conclude, I kind of feel that overall, the loans have been positive. It's the right players have gone out. I would have liked to see Reece Nelson go, if I'm honest with you. I think he should have got the opportunity because he's not going to get many opportunities in the first team this season. Apart from that, to see Joe go out, that was positive. To see Maitland-Niles go out, that was positive as well. It's good to see the young players, Saliba as well, obviously. It's good to see the young players get some game time. I think that's what they needed. I think those players, they deserve an opportunity to come back to the Arsenal first team, Gunduzi as well. And for the players that we got rid of, Ozil, Mustafi, I think it was justified, and I think they're showing right now that it was actually justified to get rid of them, if I'm honest with you. But we'll see how it goes. We've got a big match coming up. Hopefully we can win it. But we will be here again to discuss the match, Arsenal against Burnley. Until then, guys, take care. Peace.